Hi, this is Diane Zeckman. You may also know me as Cookie Stamper, and today I have another tutorial for you for split coat stampers. Today I'm going to show you how to make a tissue box cover for a square box of tissues. This is one that I did with craft cardstock, and the one that I'm doing today I'm going to use white cardstock. The supplies that you'll need are a tissue box, a scoring tool, some embossing folders, ink and a sponge if you wish to distress it, some cutting dies or other shape templates that you might have, scissors, glue, and your cardstock. So let's get started. First we're going to take our two pieces of 5 1/8 by 9 1/2 inch cardstock, and we're going to score each of those at 1/2 inch and 5 inches. And I'm going to make sure they have a nice good crease. Set that one aside, and again at 1/2 inch and 5 inches. Next, I'm going to just set that scoring tool aside for a minute, and we're going to glue our base together. I'm going to put a little bit of glue on the skinny side, the real small side of one piece, and I'm going to attach it to the opposite end of the second piece. Just hold it for a second. And then I'm going to repeat that on the other side. Put a little bit of glue. I'm just going to fold that over. And it should line up pretty well on its own. And there you've formed the base to the tissue box cover. It does not have a bottom in it. It's just the four sides. I'm going to set that aside, and I'm going to use a piece of square cardstock measured at 6 9/16 inches. It's just slightly over 6 1/2 inches. And I'm going to score each of those sides at 1 inch. And I'm going to go ahead and crease those. After I have them creased, I'm going to take my scissors, and on each corner I'm just going to cut one side up to that scored line. Next, I'm going to set that scoring tool aside again, and I'm going to use an oval shape. I'm going to lay it in the center and trace around it. And I'm just going to quickly cut that out. Does not have to be exact because these lines will be covered up. Okay. Next, I am going to glue all 4 of these little tabs, fold and glue them down. And now I have formed the lid to my box. Now at this point, if you're going to do any sponging, you can sponge all of the sides and edges and corners of the lid and the base also. I am choosing not to sponge this one. I don't know if you can see on the box I did previously, this was Craft cardstock, has a lot of sponging on it, and it has that nice distressed look. But for this one I want it left plain. Now I'm going to take my glue and I'm going to apply a little bit on the inside edges of each side of the lid. And I'm going to slip that over top of my box. And I like to tip it over onto its side and put my hand inside of it and press just to help that glue set on each side. And there you have the basic box. You could stop at that point and slip it over your tissue box if you are using decorative paper, but I am choosing to have a layer on each of the sides and the top. So I'm going to next choose my layers. I have 4 pieces of 4 1/4 by 4 inch cardstock. These will be for all 4 sides. I have 4 pieces of 4 1/4 by 3/4 inch cardstock, and these each will be a layer for the sides around the lid. And I have 1 piece that is 4 1/4 inch square, and this will be the top layer. I'm going to take this 4 1/4 inch square and I'm going to choose a die cut for a decorative shape on the top. Here I'm going to use one of the label nestabilities and my die cut machine. And just quickly center that. And I'm going to run it through. And there's the layer for the top. And as you see, that will cover up the oval edges that may or may not have been cut very straight. Now if you want your layers to have a nice embossed look, then next you would take your embossing folders and run each of your layers through the top and the sides. All of each individual piece you need to run through separately and emboss them. I will just emboss the top piece for right now. These are the embossing folders that I use for the craft paper box. I use the Sizzix Snowflakes number 3 on the sides and the top, which gives a real pretty snowflake look. And I used one of the Cuttlebug winter borders around the edge for a different decorative edge on that. And after you have all of your pieces embossed, then all you need to do is glue them into place. Glue the top on, and once the side pieces are embossed, you just glue those into place. And then finish decorating it however you desire. This is one that I made with the white. I made it for a friend's daughter who was getting married this weekend. I used 2 different embossing folders, one for the sides and then a different one for the top and the edge. Decorated it with pearls and their initials, and this will hopefully be a nice decoration for their wedding. So hope you enjoy making your tissue boxes. They are very nice that you can just slip them over and reuse it. It's not permanent on that tissue box, and they can be made for any occasions or holidays, and have fun with it.